Now I'm starting this. So what I want here is to sort of see what you guys actually picked up and where we need to fill in the gaps. So let's take this one. Express 5 sin x plus cos x in the form a e to the x plus b e to the minus x for 2 marks. Right. Jack, start us off. What's 5 sin x? How am I going to write that?
Would you write it as half e to the x minus e to the minus x?
Right. Except that I've got 5 of them. So instead of a half, I write 5 over 2. So the second half, Ollie, becomes
half e to the x plus e to the minus x.
So these are 2 quite cheap marks. I mean, if I've got 2.5 e to the x's plus a half e to the x, that's going to give me 3 e to the x. And how many have I got of the e to the minus x's? I've got minus 2.5 and plus a half. So that's going to be minus 2 e to the minus x. And then what you've got to be looking out for in all these kinds of questions is that they often, the parts are linked together. You use one, this one's pretty obvious, but they're not always obvious. That you can use parts you've already done in the next part of the question. So solve this equation. So the suggestion's already there for you. We've just rewritten 5 sin x plus cos x in this form. So I can now say part B, 3 e to the x minus 2 e to the minus x plus 5 equals 0. Now then, if we've got e to the x's, e to the minus x's and constant, what do I do to that equation?
You times it all by e to the x.
That's the idea.
And then do the thing.
Good. That gets rid of the negative power. So I end up with 3 e to the 2x minus 2, but I'll put plus 5 e to the x in first, and I'll put the minus 2 at the back. So every term's being multiplied by that. And now we're into factorizing. Now, the method that we teach factorizing quadratics is sort of, it's something we've done fairly recently, within the last 10 years or so, I guess. Before that, we used to have a method that less able students found more difficult. But the business of sort of working at the sides and splitting the middle bit into 2 terms is quite sort of ponderous. And you need to get better at factorizing. I mean, you need to be able to say this is 3 to the x, 3e to the x, and e to the x. There's only one way you're going to get 3. At the back, there's only 2 ways you can get minus 2. You're going to get minus 2 and plus 1, or plus 2 and minus 1. And you want 3 times the one at the back plus 1 from in front of the e to the x times the other one. So I'm saying 3 times that number plus 1 times that number has got to come to plus 5. And just, if you can get comfortable by sort of trying it out. I mean, what's going through my head doing this? I'm thinking, well, it's positive. So, and it's 5. And straight away I'm thinking, well, I'll need 3 2s, because that's the only way I'm going to get up to 5. If I have 3 1s and 1 2, whatever signs I've got, I'm never going to get high enough, because they're opposite signs. So I'm thinking, right, let's try it out in my head. That's going to be 3 times plus 2. That would give me 6 e to the x, and there is the other minus 1. Up to you, but I think you just need to get a bit more proficient at factorizing, rather than saying 3 times minus 2 is minus 6. Factors of minus 6 that add up to 5 would be plus 6 and minus 1, and then splitting that into plus 6 e to the x minus e to the x, the kind of thing we do lower down the school. And in fairness, that's what's in the A-level textbook for the previous syllabus. So here we go. We've got 2 brackets multiplied to 0, so one of them must be 0. When this thing dies on me, I'll come straight back to you. Just sit tight. So one of these, I mean, you can take a little bit of a shortcut here. Either if 3e to the x minus 1 is 0, that means 3e to the x is 1, so e to the x is a third. And this one says e to the x would be minus 2. And then you can just say no solution, or even just leave it crossed out. So what's the question asking? It says, give your answer in the form log a, where a is a rational number. Jack, where do we go from here? If e to the x is a third, x is equal to what?
Is it log a third?
It is. It's log a third. If e to the x is a number, then x is log that number. Now, when I was doing this, if I got that answer, I might have been tempted to sort of say minus log 3. They both mean the same because, of course, a third can be written as 3 to the power minus 1. And when you use the laws of logs, you can pull the power out the front, get minus log 3. But then I just happened to notice that it said, give it in the form log a, where a is a rational number. Well, a third's rational. So they didn't actually want that version of it. Okay, so that's a 6 marker. That's probably a good, rather than it run out on me, let me knock this on the head and invite you to start a new meeting. I think you can use the same. I don't think you need another email. I think you can use the same one. I might be wrong, but bear with me. Try and use that link in about 20 seconds. And if it doesn't work, I'll send another email. Okay?
Okay.